I need to make a confession. There's a video on my page. There's showing text messages to my dad, and then the follow-up. I, since becoming a single-issue person, learned how to channel my anger. I don't know that I ever knew how to do that before. It was just internalized, which is probably why I'm most likely dying right now. And why I have PTSD and everything else. Because I didn't know what to do. When nobody listens, nobody loves, there's going to be no justice, nobody cares, it's pointless to tell it, and so you just got to be isolated and suffer alone. But love never ceases. I do not have any memories of being actually sexually assaulted by my dad. So I'm going to ruin my own bluff here. What I do have is no fucking idea why he hates me and backstabs me and cuts me and was fine with cutting me off rather than have a simple conversation just in case he had a mistake. It was making some mistakes or a misunderstanding, He had the opportunity that had he meant well and just messed up, or even if he didn't. Here's the thing. I know they didn't mess up. I know all that. But I was going to let them off the hook because they had an out that they could have taken. But they didn't take it, and here's why. Because once you sit down and you acknowledge what happened, it's hard to have conspiracies that are anywhere near as potentially successful as the ones they just went through. They are never going to change, and a conversation would have meant going forward, they couldn't have fucked me over as much, more than likely. Or if they were shortened to, I'd catch on very fast. Not only that, but they just never want to acknowledge. They're just not going to acknowledge what they were doing. Okay, what were they doing? Oh, but that's not to say it did not occur. Like I said, I don't know why my dad hates me. But he will literally, or would, I'd catch him just staring at me. And I'd get stares. One time, it's weird, we were playing catch in the backyard, and he was just staring at me. And he'll look at, gives me this weird look sometimes, and it's eye contact, too. And it's one of those looks, does he know? He's always wondering, trying to figure out, do I know? And it has me strongly suspicious that some stuff occurred when I was too young to remember. And it only occurred because I'd be too young to remember. And now, there's so much on the line, he can't find any peace that, for a fact, I don't remember. And not only that, but he's surrounded by maggots, and you guys don't like each other either. You just join to hate other people. You hate each other too, and if the gossip gets juicy and good, you're going to devour that shit. Love never ceases, never gives up, so let me tell you the motive for that. It doesn't hurt my feelings that he could also experience what he put me through if it were to take hold and go wild. But also these maggots are going to be all digging deep in all my stuff. They're going to be trying to find out, is there any other hints or whatever, or they're going to be watching to see if I ever give any details, or if he ever confesses, or any of that. And it was yet another way that perhaps something would break through and I could get help for my kids, or could cause them all to implode and in the process help my kids. So I am not a liar. I'm not a false accuser. Everything I say, all the stuff I've suffered, it's not embellished at all. It's just simply the actual fact. And I have zero people who care. I realized that the two people I thought were my best people in my life, Mike Scantlin and Kyle Cooper, I can't quit. I can't make any more excuses for them either. They have been worthless on the only thing that matters most. My brother Kyle especially. He has helped me out through dire straits sometimes financially, but would not help me out at all for the only thing that I needed help with. And had he helped me then, had Trisha not succeeded, I would never need financial help. Trisha's a fucking loser and has my kids homeless. She blindsided me with a divorce and had me homeless. I bought a house in 3 years by working at the Tulsa bus plant, which is not a generous place. They pay well, but you pay for it with your health. Small price to pay for supporting my family of 8 the way that I did at the time. But I digress, guys. I'm shutting this off so I can turn my air conditioning back on. Have a good day.